You don't need another year. You don't need another course, more money, or more advice. You just need one sentence. One single sentence, but powerful enough to shift your entire life within the next 24 hours. I remember a woman who once wrote me a letter. She shared how her life felt shattered, unemployed, divorced, and nearly broke. She said, "I've tried everything: meditation, journaling, prayer, self-help courses, but nothing has changed." I asked her, "Have you ever spoken it out loud?" Said one true sentence with the right vibration. She paused, then I gave her one sentence. She repeated it 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night. Within 24 hours, she received a phone call from an old friend offering her both a job opportunity and unexpected financial support. No miracle, no luck, just law, divine law. That sentence wasn't a fearful plea. It was a soul command spoken with the unwavering belief that all good things were already present, just waiting for her to name them. No begging, no waiting. Every word you speak carries within it the power to reprogram reality. You just need to say the right words and say them with enough force. In today's video, I won't just share that sentence with you. I'll reveal why it works so immediately, so undeniably. We'll explore what law has been waiting for your voice, why spoken vibration transcends even time itself, and how you can command your reality with nothing but the sound of your own voice. Keep your heart open, because in just a moment, I'm going to take you to the place where true transformation begins. Not through action, but through a single sentence. The law of the soul doesn't operate through emotion, but through spoken words backed by belief. You may have heard emotion is energy, or emotion fuels attraction. And yes, emotion matters. But if you only feel and never speak, the law of the soul won't move. The universe does not respond to tears. It responds to commands. Commands spoken with belief, with certainty, with the authority of a soul that knows it is backed by divine order. Why is speaking more powerful than feeling? You can cry over lack or weep with longing. But if you do not command your circumstances with your voice, your circumstances will not shift. Why? Because divine law doesn't respond to fear or vague wishing. It responds only to the vibration of clear belief. Florence Scovel Shinn once wrote in The Game of Life and How to Play It, "The invisible forces are ever working for man, who is always pulling the strings himself, though he does not know it. Owing to the vibratory power of words, whatever man voices, he begins to attract. You cannot accidentally change your life. You must do it deliberately. And the tool is not luck, it is your voice. One right sentence can shift the frequency of your whole reality." Have you ever walked into a room where the air felt heavy, like an unspoken tension was coating everything? That's collective vibration. Likewise, within, you are personal frequencies programmed by the sentences you repeat to yourself. I'm always lacking. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Whether spoken aloud or looped silently, these sentences act as commands to reality. Florence emphasized, "In your word is your wand." A person knowing the power of the word becomes very careful of his conversation. He has only to watch the reaction of his words to know that they do not return void. Every sentence you speak is a spell, not in a mystical way, but in a spiritual, physical sense. It programs the world you live in. A classic example from Florence life shifts when words shift in the game of life. Florence shares the story of a woman drowning in financial fear. She said, "I can't pay this debt. I don't have enough money." Florence didn't give financial advice. Instead, she gave her a sentence. "God is my supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly under grace in perfect ways." The woman repeated it not once, but like a soul melody with rhythm and faith. And shortly after, she received an unexpected sum of money from a distant relative she had long forgotten. The magic wasn't in luck. It was in frequency, repetition, and belief. The real issue, most of us never actually speak. We think, we journal, we analyze, we hope. But we rarely speak a direct command to our own soul. We don't declare, "I am the chosen one. Goodness is running toward me. Divine law is clearing the way." Instead, we whisper, "I don't know if I'll have enough. If I'm lucky, maybe. I'll just try harder." These soft sentences summon delay, confusion, and the vibration of scarcity. Begin shifting reality with your voice starting today. So start with one sentence. Just one spoken with authority, repetition, and awareness. Try this one, Florence style. "I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me." It appears within 24 hours by divine law. Say it slowly. Say it firmly. Say it like someone commanding the universe, not out of arrogance, but with the knowing that you are supported by law. If you're practicing this today, I invite you to share how it feels in the comments. Not for engagement, but to activate a vibrational community. Let your words, when seen and heard, become a source of power for someone else who needs it right now. Write this: I have stepped into the life prepared for me. I have spoken the law, and I believe. Because when one person speaks, they shake themselves. But when a community speaks, we shake the atmosphere. Up next, the 3 sacred laws hidden within every spoken sentence. I'll now guide you to explore 3 divine laws that operate inside every command. Laws that need no time, no condition, only alignment with your soul. You'll see it's not that you're waiting for something. Everything is waiting for you to speak, unlocking the 3 divine laws, hidden in speech, where delay no longer has power. The law of assumption. When you declare the soul aligns. You've heard the phrase assume that all good things have already arrived, but mental assumptions alone are fragile. They're easily shaken the moment fear creeps in. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that assumption becomes effective only when spoken aloud. Because once spoken, it's no longer a mental concept, it's a declaration. From The Game of Life and How to Play It, she writes, if you know that you have the substance for your good, you never allow a false assumption to remain. So when you say, I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me, you're no longer overthinking or second-guessing. You're declaring that your soul has chosen this path, and it begins immediately in the spiritual dimension. And the truth is, the soul hears your spoken word far clearer than any echo in your mind. The law of divine timing. The universe doesn't need time when the word is strong. We often believe things take time, they require effort, repetition, or hard lessons. But Florence was clear. The soul doesn't follow human timelines. It responds to the strength of belief. In your word is your one, she wrote. Time is not required. Divine law is instantaneous. That's why so many inspirational journeys are framed as long, drawn-out struggles. But what's even more miraculous is this: if you've already spoken, and if you believe it's already done, then time is simply the form, not the force. Old programming tells us to say things like, I'll get there eventually. Hard work will pay off. But those are hesitant tones rooted in fear or unworthiness. They reinforce the old vibration. Whereas one aligned sentence spoken with soul connection instantly creates a new frequency, and the law begins responding immediately. You don't need to work harder. You need to shift the vibration by what you say. The law of rapid manifestation. When the word is strong, the form appears. Have you seen people say, I've been working every day for 5 years, and still nothing shifts? They cling to the old logic of build slowly, yet never adjust their vibration. Florence wrote in The Game of Life, swift as thought, things can be reordered when the word is firm. This shift can happen in 24 hours, 48 hours, even within 1 hour if you speak rightly and believe rightly. Old mental patterns play the same broken loop. I'm not ready yet. I don't have enough experience. These aren't delays. They're deliberate postponements. But the moment you speak a new sentence, you create a new blueprint and form begins assembling in real time. Reflect for 30 seconds. What are you saying every day, even if only silently? What kind of world are those words shaping for you? What would shift if you replaced them with a new sentence? Write down 3 phrases you commonly repeat. Then replace each one with a declaration you truly want to believe. Example, I don't have the skills yet. I now embody the person with all the right skills. I am ready to receive. Comment your replacements, no emojis. Just truth. Because when you declare in public, you sync your vibration with the collective. You might wonder, what difference does it make if I'm the only one saying this? The answer is, it makes a difference. But if 1000 people declare the same direction, the collective vibration magnifies exponentially. Scroll through the comments. Like the ones that resonate, save the ones that shift you. This isn't just engagement, it's our process of saying we are speaking together. Up next, Part 3. How to practice soul-linked speech with rhythm and power, including the best times to speak: morning, midday, night. How to speak with embodied feeling, breath, rhythm, pause. How to protect your declaration from being shattered by the mind. Because once you understand these 3 laws, and once you recognize the programming that's been holding you back, transformation is no longer theory. It begins to take form moment by moment. Are you ready to transform the next 24 hours with your words? How to speak so that the word becomes law, a technique to activate soul power. You've already learned the powerful declaration, I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me. It appears within 24 hours by divine law. But what Florence Scovel Shinn always emphasized is not just the content of the sentence, but the vibration you carry when you say it. It's not about speaking with hope. It's not about saying it to feel better. It's about speaking like a king giving an order, like a soul that has remembered its power. Sacred timing, when your word enters the invisible as command. Florence believed not every moment holds the same power. She taught her students to speak their words during 3 open windows, the times when the universe most easily receives your frequency, right after waking up when your mind is still untouched by societal interference. Midday when energy is at its peak, great for transmitting strong commands. Before sleep, when the veil between seen and unseen is thinnest, your subconscious absorbs most deeply. Practice suggestions. Morning, the moment your eyes open, don't reach for your phone. Place a hand on your heart, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, I now step into what is already mine. It appears today. Midday. Before sending an email or taking action, repeat the phrase to align your vibration with your intentions. Evening. Lying still, hand over your belly, whisper it slowly like a lullaby to your soul. Let the sentence slip into your dreams. How to speak from vibration, not just from the mouth, Florence said. A word spoken with faith is more powerful than 1,000 said in doubt. So when you speak, don't recite it like a school lesson. Don't repeat it as a fearful ritual. Speak it like someone knocking on heaven's door with the tone of a rightful heir. Your words should carry conviction, not just hoping but knowing as if it's already done. Gratitude as if the blessing has just arrived. Relief as if the burden has already lifted from your shoulders. Your body posture matters too. Lift your head. Breathe deeply. No frowning, no sighing. A commander does not tremble. What Scripture says. When faith becomes immediate reality, Florence often used Scripture to show that spoken faith activates divine law. Truly, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, be lifted up and thrown into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Mark 11:23. This is not metaphor. It's the principle behind divine law. Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. Isaiah 65:24. When your vibration is aligned, heaven does not delay. Common mistakes that cancel the power of speech. Many say the right sentence but see no shift. Why? They fall into these traps. Saying it, then doubting, you just planted a seed and immediately dug it up to check the roots. Saying it, then complaining every complaint is a command. That cancels the last one. Inconsistency. One moment you're devoted, next you're lazy, the law can't process scrambled signals. Forcing it as if begging God, but the universe doesn't respond to begging, only to empowered vibration. Speak and reap community. If you're watching this video, you're not alone. Thousands of others are restarting their lives with just one sentence. Take a moment, scroll to the comments. Type your declaration, I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me. Not for likes, not for attention, but because you're planting a vibrational seed into the collective field. Florence said, a word spoken into the collective is a seed multiplied. Let's see what unfolds in the next 24 hours. You've planted the seed. You've aligned with divine timing. You've watered it with belief. What comes next is reality. Coming up next, the first signs that your word has begun to work. How to recognize where your divine response is coming from. What to do when things haven't arrived yet. Don't miss it because you're one step away from your new life. The step is consistency. The journey from word to manifestation. From the inner world to physical reality. You've learned how to speak with power. You've released your command into the field with I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me. It appears within 24 hours by divine law. But the power of a statement cannot stay on your lips. It needs to be embodied to soak into your every cell, so the divine law can truly see that you're ready. Understanding emotion. While speaking, when sacred words align with the body. Florence always believed that the sound of words is only one part. The rest is a harmony between your body, emotions, and mind. Try setting the stage like this. Posture, stand grounded, shoulders relaxed. Stand upright, not slouched, not stiff but balanced. Relax your shoulders, tension invites fear into your words. Look directly into a mirror or into the space where you speak. Imagine yourself not as the speaker, but the receiver. Instead of tightening your belly, let your heart meet your breath. Emotion, faith plus gratitude plus release. Faith, you believe what you say is truth, not just hope. Gratitude, assume it's already here. Say thank you as if you've already received it. Release, let go of doubt. Exhale as a sign of surrender to the divine shift. Voice activation, warm, steady, rhythmic. Speak slowly so your soul and mind can absorb it. Speak clearly, not too soft, not a whisper, let the air carry it. Pause between phrases after each sentence, allow space to feel it sink in. Example practice mirror ritual. Speak the declaration 3 times each night before bed. Before a message or decision, say the sentence to align the vibration of your action. When your words begin to shape the miracle, this is the moment to observe, to listen. Signs the universe has begun to respond. A sudden idea flashes through something you hadn't thought of yesterday. A message, a call, an email arriving unprompted but oddly aligned. A gentle connection, a nudge, a small but clear form of support, enough to make you pause and whisper, wait. The universe just echoed me. How to read the signs. Don't expect it all at once. If you don't see anything within a day, it doesn't mean failure. Remember, you are forming a soul-reality bond, slow but deep. When nothing seems to happen, what do? The usual reaction. Maybe I said it wrong. Did I mess something up? Shift into an investigator's mindset, not a doubter's. Did you really say it during the 3 sacred windows of time? Did your emotion while speaking match your conviction and surrender? Did you return to normal immediately after, as if nothing changed, and let doubt seep in, adjust gently? Write your declaration on paper and place it where you see it every morning. Set a phone reminder to repeat the sentence at noon. Meditate for 5 minutes before speaking it to build your internal power. You're not alone. You might not see others saying it aloud, but if 10, 100, or 1000 people choose this same sentence, that collective vibration creates an irreversible effect. Co-create this field now. Comment your sentence below. Add hashtags #step into blessing #24H divine law. Support others by liking or saving their declarations. Florence once said, "The field of energy created by many words spoken in unison is stronger than a single word alone." You've planted the seed. You've claimed your space. You're beginning to feel the current. Coming up next, how to confirm your miracle is in motion, feelings, signs, messages, sacred actions that follow, when to seize the opportunity, and when to wait while energy is still forming, and a higher level sentence for those ready to elevate, shifting your entire life into full alignment with divine law. Have you seen the first sparkle yet? That's just the beginning. When the miracle speaks, signs that transformation has begun quietly. You said the words. You stood up, looked in the mirror, and boldly declared, "I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me." It appears within 24 hours by divine law. And then, you waited, hoping for something spectacular. A big phone call, a surprise deposit, a miracle so stunning it leaves you breathless. But remember, this divine law doesn't always begin with thunder. It often begins with a breeze. Change doesn't always arrive from the outside. It often whispers from within. Early signs of transformation. You might overlook Florence, once wrote, "When man can wish without worrying, every desire is instantly fulfilled." You don't need loud results. Pay attention to subtle feelings, inner knowing, quiet synchronicities. Here are early signs that the law has started working. 1. Inner calm. You're no longer anxious even without proof. A gentle sense of certainty makes you smile without reason. 2. Small synchronicities appear. Someone casually mentions exactly what you've been waiting for. An old email resurfaces, opening a new opportunity. You overhear a phrase that mirrors your recent affirmation. 3. Your environment feels different. The air in your home feels lighter. Music sounds more beautiful. People around you seem more pleasant. A familiar scent you'd forgotten suddenly becomes noticeable. 4. You act differently. You send that email you used to avoid. You stand taller. Walk with more presence, feel enough. You start tidying up as if preparing for something to arrive. Scripture confirms transformation starts from within. In Luke 17:21, Jesus said, "Behold, the kingdom of God is within you." He didn't say it will come, he said it's already here. You're not waiting to see it. You're awakening to the truth that you already have it. What if the old feelings come back? The old programming will push back. You may catch yourself thinking, why hasn't anything happened yet? Did I mess this up? Am I just fooling myself? In that moment, you have two choices. Fall back into the loop, or repeat the affirmation as someone in command. Understand this. The law doesn't require you to be perfect. It just asks you not to betray what you've declared. This isn't just a video, this is a collective current. When you comment your affirmation below, you're not just sharing, you're sending a resonance into the energy field of thousands of souls walking this same path. Write this now, I've stepped in. I see it. I'm living in what has already been prepared. Use hashtags #ByDivineLaw, #SpokenPower, #ShinnVibes. You are not alone. We are a community speaking life into existence. And when the big moment comes, maybe a phone call, a door opening, or a strong inner knowing that now is the time, will you be ready to move forward? In the next part, we'll explore how to act at the right time so you don't miss the divine window, how to avoid falling back into doubt when the miracle knocks, and how to anchor your manifestation so it becomes lasting, not fleeting. In the last 24 hours, what has shifted inside you, even just a little? A lighter breath, a brighter hope, a new current rising. Write it, share it, because every time you name the shift, you're sealing it into reality. You've reached the end, but this is only the beginning. You've walked this journey with me today, from that first skeptical glance at a so-called life-changing sentence to the sacred moment when you felt the power of divine law stir deep within your own energy field. But there's something even more important I want you to understand. You are not just someone who watched an inspirational video. You are someone who has just reclaimed the key to your own life. That key isn't outside of you. It's right where you're sitting, where you're breathing, where you spoke one simple yet powerful sentence. I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me. It appears within 24 hours by divine law. The end is not a closing. It's an activation. This isn't the end of a video, it's the first activation command in your rebirth journey. From today on, you're not waiting for a miracle, you're calling it forth. You don't need 10 more tasks, 5 more courses or 20 more books to begin. You just need to return to that one sentence daily reverently and decisively. As Florence Scovel Shinn once said, right thinking and right speaking bring about right manifestation, and it always comes in harmony with the law. A new world awaits. Have you spoken the opening words yet? Imagine standing before a golden gate. On the other side is a life no longer ruled by fear, delay, or self-doubt. All it takes is one command spoken with aligned vibration and the gate swings open. And here's the miracle you don't have to try and see. You only need to believe enough to speak it and live in agreement with what you've declared. We don't walk alone. This is your sacred reminder. If there comes a moment when you forget, come back to this video, scroll through the comments, look at the hundreds, the thousands of declarations, just like yours resonating together in the rhythm of divine law. Write it in the comments right now. I now step into the life that has already been prepared for me. It appears within 24 hours by divine law, not to impress but to activate. Activate the collective belief the current Florence called spiritual support from the divine field. And when you return in 24 hours, share your shift. Tell the community what moved, even if it was subtle, because your testimony becomes fertile ground for someone else's faith to take root. Don't let this voice fade, keep it alive. Each day, if you felt something shift today, a sense of peace, a spark of inspiration, a new step forward, then hit subscribe. Not for numbers, not for algorithms, but so you can remain inside this flow of sacred reminders. Each video will be like a bell softly ringing, reminding you have the authority to speak. And when you speak, the law moves. In the next video, we'll go deeper into how to hold the vibration through the sacred 24 hours and what to do when results seem slow to appear. You'll learn how to keep the rhythm despite emotional waves, how to recognize true signals from the universe, and how to adjust if you've spoken right but not vibrated right. I leave you with a quiet blessing. Powerful in its stillness, may every word you speak from this moment on carry the authority of divine law. May you realize that power isn't in volume, but in the harmony between belief and voice. And may your eyes see what your heart once only dared to dream. You don't need more faith, you just need to speak with the faith you already have. And once you do, the universe won't delay, the miracle won't stall, the manifestation won't miss its path. Because the law has never failed. Only the words have yet to be spoken. Let your comment be the first spoken command for your new life. Hit subscribe to keep this rhythm alive. And I'll see you in the next video where we manifest not just hope. You are not a dreamer, you are a path maker, and the words you just spoke will not return void.